Chelsea special reinforcements meeting.
I should still be on a holiday. But this is an emergency, because of course we do need to talk about Alvarez as well as Olmo. But the reason why I had to make this a quick midweek special before the launch of the season, which really starts this weekend, was what Chelsea doing, and I just need someone to talk to. Obviously, I was in a Chelsea space earlier, and I think we need to address it. So, on the topic tonight, we're going to talk about Chelsea's transfer strategy. What is Chelsea doing? What are we doing? And I had the mill vid. I'm putting out an SOS to all you big Chelsea fan channels and all you big Chelsea voices. Are you going to come out and speak the truth? Because we know what is happening, but they're going to come out and speak the truth as to what is really happening to Chelsea. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Olmo to Barca. What does that mean? Is that really a good signing? What's that supposed to really do? Is that all Barca are doing? And does that really mean anything for them come to the season? Alvarez going to Atleti. How much does it harm Man City? Can Man City recover from that? How much of a loss is it? And how pivotal is that for Atleti, who got Alvarez, they got Lenormand, and of course they got your boy Cocaine Gallagher. And we'll obviously end things with Pepe retiring. I put out the video, but I wanted to have a discussion. Pepe, is he a thug or was he a great defender? What will he be remembered by the most? So guys, it is what it is. We're here for a little midweek special transfer special here, man. Remember, guys, like the video, subscribe if you're new. I've got my mail. Shouts to Not Cut the Check. And I got them a shout to Schweppes. I also saw Chapman. It's a great Nigerian drink. So this is what it is. I got my meal and my drink because I need my meal and my drink for the discussion. Remember, guys, if there's anything you wish to add to the show, as long as you know that psychopath, half up snow bonus.
They'll come in different names.
I know. So all those names. If fans of Dubinsky is on super chats, those super chats help to keep the channel growing and amazing. So let's start here. Let's start with right now. So let me hear my straight mark here, man. So here's the thing. People need to come in and understand what is happening here, because what is happening here is with regards to Chelsea. We have to have an honest discussion here. I cannot remember the last time this new top-tier player, top-tier talent. I can remember last time that they bought a player who wasn't a prospect. Let's be real. Enzo was, all Enzo had was a really good World Cup. He was a young dude. Caicedo, all he did was, that's a pretty good player for Brighton, but I get that. But since Enzo and Caicedo, at least Caicedo was one of the best interested players in the Premier League. At least Enzo played for Benfica in the UCL, played well, and was one of the best players for Argentina at a World Cup. But we've gone from that to, we don't even know these dudes. You see, we knew who Enzo was, we knew who Caicedo was. But we're now gone from that to where we don't even know who these guys are. And I challenge any Chelsea fan to defend this as a winning strategy. That is the key thing here. If this is a strategy about vibes, okay, fine. You're trying to claim that this is a strategy to, we are trying to win the Premier League. We're trying to win the title. We're trying to win the trophies. You cannot defend this title for winning trophies because I want to understand. And guys, I'm all ears. So please tell me, what is the logic of signing young, unproven potentials? And I said this initially when they did this. There's never been a club in history who has done this, ever. And there will never be a club ever that will ever do anything like this. So people will say, oh, it just shows how smart they are. It doesn't show how smart they are. It shows how dumb you are because no quality club that is serious about winning trophies does something as stupid as this transfer strategy. Like, I'm sorry, your transfer strategy can't be solely buying orphans, solely buying kids, solely signing freaking babies from the delivery room. That's what Chelsea are doing. And I just want someone to, because if this is not a winning strategy, that is my confusion. If you don't have, when Chelsea had the transfer ban, it was what it was. You just have to vibe out. But if you have the money, and if you can spend 30 mil, you can spend 40 mil, you can spend, like, how are you spending all this money on unknowns? So if Chelsea didn't have money, it is what it is. You actually have money, but you're spending it stupidly. Look, let me come to, where is it? The Matt's channel. I think this is your first time here, man. So thoughts on this whole Chelsea situation. Is it right? Is it wrong? Am I panicking too much? Is there lights at the end of the tunnel? Can this be the redeem season?
Time will tell, to be honest. Firstly, are you hearing me okay?
Yes. We can hear you. Yeah.
Great. So one benefit you could say that I could see why this might work out for Enzo, the manager, because as a manager who's has less experience, having mostly young players, there's more room for him to develop them as opposed to more experienced players. But certainly the sheer quantity of unestablished players, I can agree, is a worry. And this might also come down to the fact that Cole Palmer worked out, even though he was a cat amongst pigeons of a lot of young players. It's a tough one. It's a difficult one.
I mean, do you support this strategy, though? Do you think that this is the right strategy to go ahead based on where Chelsea are? Yeah.
Probably not. I could imagine parts of this strategy within a wider plan working, but for this to be like front and center, it's a very bold move and takes a lot of bright-eyed people to make this work.
Eke, talk to me, bro. I mean, is there a way that you can possibly spin it?
Yeah. First of all, have hope. I sent you something in your DMs. Can you please bring it up?
All right. So while I bring it up, talk to me.
So it's a very interesting conversation.
Bro, this is like an it's like a country. I mean, what is this? Is this real?
Yeah.
Is it the squad list? Is it the squad?
Nah, bring it up. Elijah, you're gonna see it.
Guys, this is a country.
No,
oh my jeez.
This is a country.
HH, you have an NFL roster. HH, you have an NFL roster.
No, we are going to war. We can go to war with these players. We can actually listen. This is like a regiment is like 30 people. This is bigger than a regiment.
HH, look at the amount of goalkeepers.
Yeah, I mean, what is this?
Bro, wait a minute. Who is Eddie Beach?
Oh, okay, look. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Bro, I mean, it's not even the list, the squad list that's the worst thing about it. First of all, I want you yourself, HH, to go through the squad list and answer to me how many of these players are either world class, elite, or very good?
Oh no, I've already been through very few. You can name. I was about to say you can name on one hand. Can you actually name on one hand the amount of world class players? Especially, are there 5 world class players in this squadron? I'm not sure you can name 5 in terms of bona fide world class, one of the best players in their position.
No, you can, and the issue here is like, HH. This is the culmination of 1.2 billion English Great British pounds of spending on Chelsea FC squad. So, and it's sad that, like, I'll be honest, well, I've said it before. If Chelsea had kept the likes of Mark Gahey, the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, even a Mateo Kovacic, even an Antonio Rudiger here and there, if you just kept like the core members of that squad that won the UCL, you could have gotten rid of some of them. I agree with you, getting rid of some of them. If you kept the core members of that squad, brought some players through the academy, and spent the vast majority of the 1 billion on quality, proven players, you'd be title contending right now. Because I'm sorry, if you spend 1.2 billion, I want title contention. I don't want project.
Oh no, and it's also AK, thank you, and that is the kicker, and that is what I try to say to these huge, massive Chelsea fan accounts. You see, when you don't have any money, it is what it is. Like, we have never seen anything like this before in history. That's why this is possibly one of the worst things we've ever seen ever. Because you have money, but you're spending money on unknown quantities.
Exactly. I don't know how people defend this. Like, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea how people defend this.
No. Real quick. There are 2 types of people that defend this. People who are delusional and people trying to make money. And I'm ready to call people out. So the delusional people, they can't be helped. These guys are just like, Chelsea has to be positive. Alex Goldberg, any of these other guys, they're here to make money. So the way they make money is we need to have a positive spin over anything that Chelsea do. But Alex Goldberg, people are now beginning to call you out. Guys, I don't know. Alex, wait a minute. You can't positively spin this. So now you've been exposed because you cannot positively spin what is happening here in terms of a team that has spent so much money on people who we don't even know who the heck these guys are. But my thing though is that wasn't the issue with Bram that he had too many players?
No, the thing here, what I see on Twitter is they talk about the profiles. They talk about, we want to buy the next Osimhen, we want to buy the next Neymar, the next guy. The issue there is, like, you're stockpiling all these players without an actual development plan. Well, the next Neymar doesn't just become Neymar without just like that. You have to develop him. You have to, understand how to, make these players into the players that they will be. And I'm sorry, bro, you don't have all of them at once. You have to have a couple of players for the win now. Because quite simply, bro, you're not a team that's spending like 300 million on all these youngsters and looking to grow them into 1 billion pound assets. You're spending 1 billion now. Yeah. You're not. That's the biggest thing here. And for me, I think what puzzles me the most is, why don't you want to spend these wages on an Olise, on an Osimhen, on a Nico Williams? Why do you want to keep going for these unknown players? Like, are you trying to push I thought the original plan was you buy these players and in 2029 or something, they will be world class and you build a team with the current players. You're just buying youngsters. So is this team going to be good in 2029 and 2030? When is this team going to be good?
Lord only knows. But the funny thing though is, so for the Chelsea fans who are defending this, that the only people defending this strategy are Chelsea fans. Everyone outside of delusional Chelsea fans, everyone agree that, what the hell are Chelsea doing? Well, it's now become a joke. It's become a joke of like, why is this club only buying players of a certain age? Because again, the funny thing, I have never seen anything like this in my life. Where a club, it's one thing when you are like an Ajax or you're like a Dortmund and you like you're scouting, getting young players and so forth. There's another thing where you are paying premium price, 30, 40, 50, 60 mil.
No, bro,
Modric? The heck is that freaking dude?
I swear I see Chelsea making a 25 million signing every day. Like the last 3 days, I've seen 3 different here we goes for 3 random footballers from someplace somewhere.
Every single Fabrizio.
You got another goalkeeper today. You know that, right?
I know. Fabrizio makes at least 3 or 4 born-in tweets every single day. Every single time it says born in 2024, born in 2023, I'm like, oh yeah, Chelsea, I'm now got another signing. Sorry, go for it.
Just one last thing. And with all that money, look at your team right now. You have Mudryk and Madueke as your wingers, 2 of the most brainless wingers I've seen play football. You have Badiashile, who can't defend a high line for his life. You have Fofana, who's injury prone. Disasi, who can't defend a high line for his life. You're trying to let go of one of your best defenders in Chalobah. Who the next Courtois? What is this, man?
Yeah. Oh no, that's what they were. No, so that's what Alex Gomez said. Oh, ball playing Courtois. What? Okay, so, hold on. Mike, talk to me, bro. Mike.
Can I go off the mic?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, what's new? Seriously, what's new?
But Mike, it's not getting worse now. Like, I know it's true, you are right, what's new, but this is now getting stupid now.
This is just Chelsea FC in 2024. You're not a football club. You're a human trafficking organization. You just sign a bunch of random kids from Brazil to Ecuador to Spain. I can tell you this. 35 million for Samu Omorodun from Atletico, who played 30 games for Alaves. He didn't even play a single minute for Atletico. And you guys signed him for 35 million based on what? Exactly. Because of talent? I mean, I don't know how you can defend this if you're a Chelsea fan. I really can't. Even Miguel Rabines, all these guys, every hardcore
Michael,
Chelsea fan.
They signed them because of data.
I mean, shit. HH would have hair if he had data. I mean, this is the way it goes nowadays. But, damn. I mean, what do you want me to say, HH? Do you want me to say, oh, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for every child. Hell no. You guys spent 1.2 billion. It's not even million. This is billion we're talking about. This is the same GDP as Tuvalu or, I don't know, Lesotho or some country out there. You're spending the equivalent of country's GDP on players I'm a pretty hardcore football fan, unlike you, HH. I know you're a Prem fan and you're this sort of stuff. But I don't even know some of these players. I'm genuine. I don't even know the goalkeeper you signed today. And he cost 20 million. Oh, because I don't go on Twitter to see what Alex Goldberg and says what he says. But if he's telling us, oh, he's a ball-playing goalkeeper who has Courtois-esque abilities, I mean, give me a break. Seriously. I mean, if you want to sign a goalkeeper who has got talent, go sign Mamardishvili from Valencia. Did he not prove in Valencia and prove at the Euros? He's a quality goalkeeper who's going to be great in the future. No, you're going to go sign some random kid. The fact that you guys have now, I think, signed 9 goalkeepers since Todd Bowley has taken over. That just
you can field an 11 of goalkeepers, basically.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, shout out to Rank who was trying to rate the guy that you signed, the Argentina center back from Boca. He's played a grand total of 3 games. 3 games for Boca. 3. I mean, this is just. I mean, I don't know how you have 20 million because that's what Fabrizio. The fact that Fabrizio, Fabrizio, I know he's your guy, HH. He's a fraud. Let's get out there. He's a fraud because all he's under the pay books of Chelsea. Every day he's just paid HH a couple thousand. Hey, Fabrizio, we got a good exclusive story for you. Here we go for this guy from this random country, and everybody's like, who the hell is this player?
No, Fabrizio, he needs to stop. Fabrizio, he needs to stop. Man.
He's not going to stop HH. He's not going to stop HH.
Fabrizio, he needs to stop.
He has turned from a journalist to just a social media guy. That's what he is, Fabrizio. But shout out to Fabrizio getting all these exclusive stories from Chelsea.
2008. The signing guy was 2008.
No. And why does Fabrizio always have to put born in when it comes to Chelsea news? Why?
Because it's Chelsea. Because they pay him.
You always do that for born in 20. He was born this morning. He's going to be born later this afternoon. Chelsea have signed him. Why?
So
Why us?
HH, we've really gone from redeemed season to cry for help season. That's what it's gone to for you.
No, Mike. This is bad now because
Like
I'm looking at the squad.
HH, we got the meals back before GTA 6.
Yeah.
This is what we got the meals back. We have got the meals back.
Because my fear is I think my club might be ruined, and I think that we have just watched Chelsea be systematically destroyed because AK made a very kicky point. Okay, if you older guys had to go, everyone at once, the two most senior players in this squad of 3,000 villagers, Sterling and Chilwell. Those are Chelsea's two most senior players, Chilwell and Sterling.
HH, I was actually because I was going to tell you, this is the signings you guys made in first summer of Todd Bowley's era. You signed Sterling, Koulibaly, Cucurella, Fofana, and Aubameyang. When you think of those guys, you're not like, oh man, youngsters born in 2008 to 2007. No, they're like established footballers who have proven at the highest stage. Now you're just signing random players. I mean, you're just giving life to people here in South America or somewhere in the world. That's what you're doing right now. HH, I feel bad for you as a person, but as Chelsea fans, you guys can hold that because it might not get better. I don't know how this can get any. These players don't scream to me like, yeah, you guys are going to win in 5 years' time. It really doesn't. You can be hopeful that you get top 4 and Champions League football, but we still haven't got a preview for the Conference League, HH. Bring up my AVI. This is your competition this year. The wonderful Conference League. If I dare see Chelsea play in Finland, oh boy, that vlog is going to hit like crack.
Our focus is on the EPL.
That Conference League admin as well on Twitter. This guy is shameless. You need to stop.
Kenny, I know how it feels because that's all Europa League did for Liverpool. They just kept posting Liverpool posts.
I have them blocked. I've got them blocked, bro. I've got them blocked. Wait, let me hit this door. Then come to you, Elijah. Shout out to Dacha, remember for 60 months, man. PSG, Chelsea, ruining players and football. #business. Well, there's a big difference here though, where at least PSG are trying to win. At least it's a focus of trying to win. So you can call it LSG. For Chelsea, this is where, no, we're just getting a whole bunch of youngsters. Like, if you're do you know who I feel sorry for the most? I feel sorry for Cole Palmer. Because Cole Palmer's like, oh, no. I'm really that player. I'm really that dude. And I've just now come into a situation where, of course, I'm the king of this place and I'm the main guy, but Cole Palmer's talents deserves for him to be in a team that's trying to win trophies, that's trying to win something. So I'm reading right now, Cole Palmer, he is leaving very soon. He's going to demand to leave. He's handing in transfer request soon, 100%. He is.
But
there's no way that he stays in this situation. Yeah.
But what about the other players? Like, because everybody's just going to now clown all these players, that youngsters, and say, oh, this guy's not that good, this guy's not that good, when they haven't been given a fair opportunity in playing for the first team. They're just going to be loaned out, and they're not going to get a fair share at playing at the top. Like, for example, Estevao. This guy's a highly talented footballer from Palmeiras. What is he going to do when he goes to Chelsea at 18? Is he really going to be like that guy who can start in the starting 11? No, he's not. He's just going to be loaned out to Strasbourg or another club that Todd Bowley's going to buy, and he's going to be forgotten talent, unfortunately. There you go.
Yeah, no, and also, like, this is what Potter was complaining about, because Potter said that one of the biggest issues was when he was giving team talks, guys couldn't even fit into the dressing room because there were so many players and so many people. He couldn't even talk to everybody in one room because there were guys that couldn't even find seats. So my thing is, so you saw that was an issue where there were so many players. Why would you just keep on buying more and more players, more players, and now loan here? Like, I mean, come on, bro. Olua, thank you for the up. Uncle H, tell us, how did a horse electrocute you? I was camping one time in school, and there was a group of horses, and then this horse was running towards me. I then backed away, and I didn't know there was an electrical fence behind me. And I walked back scared, got electrocuted, and then I kept on running. So that's how a horse electrocuted me, man. So it is what it is. And since then, I will never ever go camping again, man. Shout out to Lua, man. The entire Ajax squad in 2019 is 60 mil. Chelsea spent...
Nah, that's disgusting. 50 times more. 50 times more.
Let's keep going. Shout out to your boy Wink. Is your friend who got... Okay. What's it called? Elijah, talk to me.
Can I share my screen?
Right. Where is your screen?
Hold on. Let me hold on. Find it. All right, go ahead.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. HH, what the hell is this, man?
Lord
And mind
knows.
you, and this is 2 days ago, guys.
But no, this.
This is 2 days ago.
True. There's more. There's more.
There's more. No,
There's
HH,
2 more goalkeepers.
Yeah.
No, HH, I got some numbers for you. Currently, Chelsea Football Club sits at 57 players on the roster.
What is the maximum of an NFL roster? What's the maximum for an NFL roster?
In the preseason, you can have as much as 70 players. So between now and the first week of September, this is the preseason, you can have about 70 players. By September 7th, which I think that is the first game, the first Sunday of the season, you gotta have 53 on your roster. So that's why I said you have.
So Chelsea have 4 more.
We're almost there, man. We're
Almost there.
So you have more than an NFL roster.
Do you know the scary thing? Do you think Bowley thinks that football is NFL?
Oh,
Because it's called football. So
no, it gets worse. It gets worse. 31 of those players are either 21 and under.
How many?
31. 31
That's
of those
crazy.
players are
So you said
21 and under.
you said 31 players are 21 or under.
Yes. And if I can look at this properly, if I wrote this down properly, I believe 18 come directly from your academy. So I'm just trying to understand what's the goal here. That's what every time I look and I see Fabio's posting something, every time I look when I see a update from BBC, ESPN, Sky Sports, what is the goal? Because up to a certain point, you have to say that something's not right. Because if you're going to spend, and mind you, the highest valued player on this roster is still Caicedo, amazingly, at 100 million. Lukaku
Thanks his mom.
Oh yeah, and his agents.
Understandable. But Lukaku sits second at 91 million. And I'm trying to understand, HH, what the hell are we doing? Because I recently saw that you guys got a guy from Atlanta United, Caleb Wiley. I saw that. I saw you guys were getting another dude from no,
Elijah, no, it's very no. This is what we all have to agree. This is not about winning. Chelsea are not trying to win stuff. So let's get out of the way. This is about, and even so, my best guess is get these guys who are unproven, hopefully get them to be proven and sell them for like a profit. But you're buying them for such a high price. Are you going to flip Enzo for 200 million in the future? Are you going to flip Caicedo for 200 million in the future? Are you going to flip Samuel Omorodion for 70, 80 million in the future?
My thing is,
it would make sense if you were buying them, if you had really good scouting and buying them for like 10 million, 12 million. It's like, how much was like Lewandowski for Dortmund? Like, that makes sense. But you're paying a premium for unknown guys. So my thing though is that, what is the logic here?
No, it's not just that, HH. What people also we're not forgetting, but we remember because the DiCaprio FC, you are holding these dudes to baseball and prison sentences.
Omorodion got a 7-year contract.
Exactly, Mike. These are contracts that are lasting when I'm in my 30s, my mid-30s.
Wait, Elijah, you get less from manslaughter. Just put it that way.
But that it doesn't make 6, 7, 8-year contracts. And I'm just wondering with the way how amortization works, and then like if I'm Cole Palmer, I'm going to do the Martin Zubimendi tactic. Even if you try to convince me in any way, shape, or form, I'm forcing a move because at this rate, you're wasting his talent. You're wasting his talent, and unfortunately, the Chelsea of the mid and early 2000s, late 90s. I mean, even the team from 2017 or even the team from 2021. Within the next 10 years, that's going to be like that picture is going to have dust on it, and it's going to have cake dust on it. Like they're going to be relics because this is what Chelsea is now. That's what I'm trying to understand. What is Chelsea trying to do? What is the goal?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Look, Kenny, what's the goal? What are we trying to do here?
Let's bro. We're we're a trading company right now, and that's what we've become. And like you said, for me, it's like when you look at that billion, more than a billion you've spent, and you look at the players, and you're like, technically, you spend a billion, and the team is worse than it was before you spent that billion.
Yeah, it's odd. It's really odd.
I think that's really. Honestly, I have to applaud them because I've never. How come you spend a billion and the team is actually worse? The team is worse that after you spend the billion than before you spend that billion.
No, because like that's roster, like this roster here looks like the roster of guys who, okay, like you don't have any money to spend. Like it's not a roster of like, oh man, yeah, like basically, Ken, and that's the weird thing. I have never seen anything like this in the history of football. I've never known a club that can spend over $1 billion and the team doesn't look like they can even challenge for any trophy. It's amazing.
The thing is that you're buying these young players, and you say you want to lower the wage bill, but you have like more than 50 players on the roster. Even if you pay 20 of them 10K or 10K or like 15K, that's more than how much is that? Instead of buying all these youngsters 20 mil, buy a confirmed guy, a serious guy for between 60-80 mil. Give him a decent salary. And you're probably gonna spend less money than all this trading you're trying to do.
No. But basically, I'm just trying to figure out their logic. So, is their logic that because you're a businessman, so is your logic that if we get all of these players, we can flip them for some sort of a profit and sell them off? Because I'm trying to understand, how do you get in the green with what you're doing? How do you now make a profit through this strategy?
Because when these guys are signing like 7 year, obviously they changed the rule now.
Yeah.
Basically, they wanted to buy these guys. When you give them that 7 year contract, well, I think now it's maximum 5 years. So if you give them
No, Kenny, the Sambo guy got 7 years.
Yeah, but you got the contract, but you can only amortize the amortization. It only works in 5 years now. They changed the rule. That's what they did in the beginning with the ends and all that stuff. So they changed the rule. So now it's 5 years max. So that's why you saw us at the beginning when we were spending like 100 mils on Caicedo and Endos, because you could amortize them at the length of the contract, but we're not going to do that anymore. But you can clearly see what they're trying to do. They're trying to buy all these players, and they're trying to buy clubs, satellite clubs, like what Man City are doing. They're trying to get clubs everywhere, probably one in couple in Europe, couple in South America, maybe, and then buy these players, loan them away to these clubs, and then hopefully they play there. And if they're good enough, you maybe keep them or you flip them. That's what they're trying to do. But as of now, you only bought Strasbourg, and you can't put half of the team. Strasbourg, they're their own club. You can't just buy players now and then just send them over there in France. You can't do that. So now you're just stockpiling young players for no reason. And I'm like, even when you buy these young talents, I'm like, cool. You can buy talents for maybe like 10. If you buy talent between 5-50 million, cool, punt on him. Like the Guyu guy from Barcelona, I think. What was it? It was like 6 million. Go for him, 6 million. I don't care. When I'm seeing unknown guys going for like 20 million, honestly, now 20 million obviously is like crumbs nowadays. Because I'm seeing Kellyman go for 20 million. I'm seeing some unknown guy, that new centre back we bought, 20 million. The unknown new Couture we bought 20 million. It's like 20 million is like the new 5 million. And 20 million. You know this summer we spent 189 million. And the only first team players we got is the tossing on a free and you'd behold that cost like 30-something million and the goalkeeper. So you spend like 50 million on the first team and more than 130 million on young players. It doesn't make no sense. No sense at all.
Wait, Kenny, can you name the transfers that you've done this summer window?
Who's it? Kellyman, this new goalkeeper, Belgium goalkeeper, some unknown Argentinian centre back. Who else? Yeah, Jude Biho, the goalkeeper, Tosin, I think, and Gui. What is this? And I'm like, you're buying players. You're buying players for like 20 million. Imagine if the player flops now. How are you gonna how are you gonna sell him?
And I think this is what these
That's the
psychos don't
biggest
understand.
problem, I think, at
You see,
Chelsea.
this just shows that this guy's lack of knowledge of how football works. Because football, unlike any sport, very few players actually make it and actually say something because of just the high degree of difficulty there is in football. Most potentials don't make it. How many guys have we said, oh my gosh, I really young player? And most of these guys fall for the wayside. Very few of these potentials make it. So when a whole bunch of these guys aren't, bro, what is Modric supposed to be the next big thing? You put 100 million on that dude, and now we now know that this guy's garbage. The guy's a bum.
No. You see, the Modrics, the Enzo, the Caicedos, they were talents, but they're not looking to flip them. The guys are looking to flip. This unknown goalkeeper you sign, this Argentinian, that Kelly man, those guys like that. Those are the guys that they're flipping. And the thing that I don't understand is like, for example, now you bought a Dacho Fofana now. Imagine you bought him. He goes on loan now. His loan is flopped on loan. He went to Germany, Union Berlin. He didn't do well. He went to Burnley. He did all right now. You're trying to sell him now. You clearly see you're struggling to sell him. Who is going to buy these guys? That Kelly man that you just bought for 20 million. If you don't give him game time, or his loan don't go well, you're never going to recoup that money. You're going to lose money. Yeah. That's what Giyu is. If you buy players like Giyu, no matter what he does, you know at least you can sell him for profit because you bought him for 6 million. These guys are buying for 20 million. If they flop, you're going to lose money. That's what I don't understand.
It's true because I don't think there is. Okay, what if these guys turn out being bad? Then what?
That's the biggest.
We bought a guy called David Washington last season. We bought him for like 20 million. This guy has barely played. He's been playing reserve now. What are you going to do with him? If you don't find him alone or game time, he's just going to rot there. And when you're going to be looking to sell him, you're going to lose money. That's what it doesn't make sense.
What happened to Andre Santos?
Lord knows he's here. He's on loan.
He went on loan to Forest and then got recalled for Chelsea, and then Chelsea didn't play him.
That's crazy. And that guy had talent. That guy was captain for Brazil that World Cup. He was probably their best player, and the guy is clearly a talent. But he's just wasting it at Chelsea because you planned badly because you loaned them to a Premier League club that was struggling. You didn't get no game time, and then now you have to go and loan him at Strasbourg. I'm like, there's clearly no planning with these players you're buying. No planning at all. That's what I wonder.
Wait, let me quickly shout out to Wing. Is the horse incident how you lost all your hair? No, Wing, it's not.
That's
okay.
Is it how you got that scar?
No, it's not. Okay, I lost my hair through osmosis. What's expectation next season?
I mean, I'd say it's avoiding relegation.
No, stop. It's to...
It's to win the Conference League.
No. I do not, and I will never recognize the Conference League. Now, my expectation is always to win the league. That's what my expectation. But with this squad, I think it's basically pray. That's what I say. So pray. Abdul Hadi. Todd B equals Epstein of football. Okay. Kenny, what were you saying?
I say if Maresca gets top 6 with this squad, honestly, I think he deserves to start even because that squad is garbage. When your wingers are Madueke, did you see the wingers' performance against Real Madrid? These guys.
Kenny, our winger options are Sterling, Madueke, Modric.
When Madueke is probably your best winger option.
That's wild. That's wild.
And
also, the guy, he ain't it. Madueke ain't it.
I'm sorry,
Did you see Madueke get booed after the free kick?
Rightfully so, because he ain't it, bro. The guy ain't it.
I saw Modric. He had his annual shot where he goes like over the. I'm sorry, like this is.
Sure, Bet is the best. Thank you for the job, man. Chelsea buying players like their stocks. No, what did Kenny say? We're a trading company. Okay, we're a trading company. Chelsea Nasdaq, or was it Chelsea Nasdaq? Trust me. Craven 18. Tad B out here doing human trafficking. Bro, the fact that it looks like it. That's the thing.
It's crazy.
Sean C, we will get there. When we talk about transfer, we'll definitely get there. We best get Zubi over the line. That's going to be the next topic. We'll get into the transfers afterwards, man. I'll come out to that. QC8, Favela Kids. Oh, Lord.
Chelsea are fucking disgrace.
Oh, you see this nonsense. See this nonsense, man.
That might be dub of the month.
No. It has to be dub of the month. It has to be dub of the month for August, man. I wanna circle back. To
Can I
Matt.
say something about Chelsea?
Okay, so Massey, go first. Massey.
The biggest problem is I think financially Chelsea are gonna get ruined with these signings because you cannot sign 100 players, 15 players every season with that amount of money. You cannot do that. And can you flip all these players?
No, not all of them, no.
Likely maybe 10% of these players would most likely. It's just not gonna be enough. It's Todd Bowley is ruining the present, ruining Chelsea's future right now. Not even the present one, the future. I don't know how Chelsea are recovering from this. I don't know. It looks bleak. It looks bleak financially. It looks bleak with the recruitment. I don't know. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel with Chelsea.
There is. There's no light.
Isn't.
There is no light.
Yeah, most of these guys, they're going to become Lucas Piazons, man. If you know, you know. But that's what I'm going to say.
No, because again, like there is no light. I mean, I want to circle back to Matt because I know that I can see the Chelsea top there. You're a Chelsea fan. Do you have any hope for this season for us? Wow.
First of all,
don't be so
this is not a
negative.
Chelsea top; it's a Japan top.
Yeah, can you put the Kells?
Don't do break, man.
Can you drop the break, please?
Don't do
Drop
break,
the
man.
break,
Don't-
please.
Oh my god.
That's what happened when you put on shades. That's what
Yeah,
happened
so
when you
I
put
was
on
trying to
shades.
get some camaraderie there, and wait, come on, Mike, don't do that. Mike, change that background, man. Mike, change that background. Change that background. Look, side notes, man. Japan make amazing kits, bro. Japan
Yeah,
make
they
amazing
do.
kits. Those kits are amazing. Okay, so I mean, wait, let me. Cole, do you have anything to say about Chelsea, or is there 3-0? Cole,
Yeah, HH.
what Chelsea doing? What they're doing?
Prepare for
Um,
it.
I know. I already have my thing over it.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel like they're really going in a very bad direction. The players that they're signing, there's just no experience, it's just all over the place. You could just tell, like, once they hear a kid is 18 or 19 or something, they just want to go and sign him. I just don't understand. But all in all, man,
God.
Keep going. Connect the dots. Keep going.
yes.
Keep going.
But all in all, HH, I think Chelsea just needs to sack Enzo Maresca. He's just not the right fit for Chelsea.
What?
Like, I'll be honest.
Cole, we just
Because
started.
let me tell you something. Pochettino got more out of these guys.
It makes sense. No. Hold on, Cole. No, Cole. It makes sense that you should have never have hired him. How do you sack him before he's not even had a competitive
It's
game?
not too late, HH. It's not too late because look, the season hasn't even started. And the thing too is, if you look at it, I feel like a more experienced manager. Look, bro, even Poch did better than this dude, bro. Like, let's be honest, man. This whole idea of he needs to play out of the back. The defenders have to play.
It's dumb.
It's
Like, you should have been
ridiculous.
hired. No.
Yeah.
Cole.
You're in.
No, hold on, Cole. We hired a manager from Serie B Parma with that piss-back geriatric Buffon and dances with wolves.
Yeah.
This guy was called Wolves in the freaking championship.
You know you're down bad when even core makes sense about your club.
Look, any like a child can make sense these days, man.
And that Samu Omodoron guy, I'm sorry, he's another Lukaku region. I'm sorry, man. Like I just feel like
don't do that to Lukaku. Lukaku was actually decent.
No.
What is this Samu guy? What is Samu proving?
I mean, we did sign the Nigerian striker.
No, I'm sorry, but like, bro, like he's not gonna do well in Chelsea. Like he's too raw. I'll be honest, HH. He's just way too raw.
What number is Samu getting?
Lord, who knows and who cares?
Nobody cares.
He's hardly even played at the Olympics.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, imagine you have Mudryk with the 10, Sam with the 9, and you got Madueke with the 11.
I actually saw him in the Olympics. He came on in like the 94th minute, and his first touch he gave away the ball.
He scored against Egypt, though.
Wait, what?
I mean, he did.
Egypt got packed up by Casablanca in the freaking bronze match, bro. So no scoring against Egypt, so there's nothing.
They're calling him Omarion, man. Come on, let the guy leave.
Anyway, Bupinda,
can I ask you something?
Okay, let me come to Bupinda then. So, no, madam, Bupinda, what are you saying?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, was the old guard, like the old board, still around when Todd Boehly had his first transfer window? When you tried to sign all the players that Barca tried to sign, and Barca got them all.
I think they were I think they were gone by then. I think literally as he came in, they were all systematically gone. Marina, check everything. So I think they had already gone.
Yeah. Because I thought about that window, and those transfer targets made us a little bit of more sense than those that you are targeting now. So I was just wondering why when did the shift came towards the young players? Why do you need to sign 18, 19-year-olds who haven't shown anything, and then you will probably pay them a decent Premier League wage? Yeah, so it will be difficult to even sell them on if you want to. And I don't think they ever want to leave Chelsea because it's a guaranteed paycheck for 5-6 years.
Think about it. I think this was always, remember, their plan got screwed up.
Yeah.
Because their plan was Potter and Brighton 2.0. So their plan was Potter, develop guys, young guys, and pretty much do what he did at Brighton. Unknown young players, develop them into a team, and would just be like a young project. That's blew up in their face. They panicked, went to hire Poch. But in hiring Poch was actually, no, I'm actually a manager that actually has demands and actually has standards. He actually did pretty damn well based on circumstances. They now sack him like, you know what? Let's actually get a Potter that we can truly control. And they went for Maresca. So what they're doing is what their long-term plan always was with Potter.
Yeah, sure. But to be honest, it almost looks like that you're doing charity work for all the other clubs where you're buying those players, because they're getting a pretty good fee for them, for guys who haven't showed anything. You are really like doing charity for them.
Yeah.
And second of all, it looks like even you're sending them out to loan, so it means they will probably, if they ever succeed, they will succeed probably in 3 or 4 years, and not even now. So I don't get it, because let's be real, the field in the Premier League, besides City being at the top, is probably as open as it has been since Klopp was here. Because after Klopp came, second and first was set. After that, you had a tough battle for top 4, and now I think it would have been a good window to attack, for the second spot in the league. Of course, there's Arsenal, but I don't think Arsenal are as good as Klopp's Liverpool teams, who constantly battle for the titles. So I think there was a good window now to be maybe the second or at least the third strongest team in the Premier League. But with signings like that, you can't do that. It's not achievable. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen this season.
I'm not. Nomad, talk to me, bro. Nomad, and then we'll take some Dubinsky's and the next transfers. Nomad.
Who's your director of football?
Well,
With Stanley.
with Stanley and Stewart's. Basically, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That's what I call them. Knucklehead 1, Knucklehead 2.
Yeah,
and we had the dude from Leipzig, Vivel. And they told him to go and piss off. So it's all beautiful, you know.
He's at United now.
I think they should have been replaced. They should have been kicked out a long time ago, because the kind of management that your club has been under has been absolutely atrocious. The owner is spending money. No manager wants to wants to manage for your club, because of the middlemen, because of the directors of football, because of the scouts. There's a really large hierarchy between the owner and the manager and the dressing room. And all of those people need to be kicked out, because the owner is just going to give money to buy players who, the kind of suggestions that he's getting, the kind of advice that he's getting, and the kind of squad that you have. Only so many managers would want to manage that kind of a squad, So that's where I think this is happening. If you had decent, management, you could have had a fit Reece James at right back. You could have had Rudiger and Christensen at centre half. You could have had maybe you could have gone for Miguel Gutierrez from Girona. You could have got him on like 15, 20 mil, maybe 25 max. You could have kept Kante instead of let him go.
Should have never let Kante go. Never.
Yeah, and then even now, if you want youngsters, you could have gone for Johnny Cardoso from Real Betis. You could have gone for Rafa Marin from Real Madrid as a centre half. Even you could have gone for Vitor Roque from Barcelona.
But see, Lightning makes a very key point. It's not about with signing Stewart should be sacked. No, they're doing their job. What they're doing is what the owners are telling them to do. So they're not the issue. They're just doing what they're paid to do.
The owners don't know shit. The owners don't know.
No. The owners have. It is their vision to be like, we want players under a certain age. When Stanley and Stewart are not saying to the owners that no, we are only going to buy players under a certain age. No, that is coming from the owners. 100%. It's coming from the owners.
It is fine. You want young players, right? But you can at least have players who are competent. You could have had Mazraoui. You could have had Rafa Marin, Miguel Gutierrez, Johnny Cardoso, Vitor Roque, Iñaki Williams. A lot of players you could have had under 40, 50 million euros. They're all young. You could have signed them on 7-year contracts, but they are solid players. Even from within the Premier League, you could have looked around. Maybe English tax, fine, but you're paying a huge tax anyways on these players who are, not really done it. So anyway, congratulations from going from DiCaprio FC to Tobey Maguire FC. Congratulations.
Oh wow.
Oh Jesus.
All right, let's keep going. Shout out to Arizver. Tell Barca to
I want a Tiki Taka burger too, man. I want a Tiki Taka burger too.
Bro, a Tiki Taka burger is wild.
No.
If those guys try that, I am sorry. It's one thing to buy grass. Tiki Taka burger.
No,
they're not selling burgers.
Special.
They don't have the Miracle of Camp Nou salad, man. I'm disappointed.
Do you think Casey will buy one?
Yes. Of course, going to buy, bro. If you're going to buy grass, you're buying a Tiki Taka burger. Okay.
Do you think? I think he's going to ferment it and put it on the shelf, something
100%,
like that. Probably.
And he'll never eat it, and it'll go stale.
Have you seen at Barcelona's that new range of merchandise that they've been selling, like for legacy, for future, or something? Have you seen that?
No, man. They need to make some money. So
they're building a new stadium, right? So they're literally converting the waste cement into synthetic diamonds and selling them at the same price as a normal
I
diamond.
say that's good. That's good. Shout out to Abdul Hadi. I got the mad and the mod. What's that? I don't know what that's up.
Oh, I've still got that.
Don't play it, I'll throw you out.
I've got
Shout
I9 on Rivaldo
out to
as well.
Ifan. Chelsea force academy players from Mount, Gallagher, and etc. for FFP 100% profits. Eventually, they will run off selling academy guys at a high price, which is injury prone. If the team sucks, club rep done. Look, I said again, this strategy, I don't know, because Maresca pretty much, I mean, we will get to the Gallagher thing and the transfer thing, but Maresca said that, oh yeah, we had to sell Gallagher because of blah, FB, all that crap. What is happening at Chelsea? This is not about football anymore. This is not about business, pontificating and flipping off stuff. But you're right though, it's like, if Chelsea keep on being bozos and keep on being trash, you won't be able to flip any of these players. And we won't be able to flip any of these academy players. We all thought, oh my gosh, Reece James is going to go to Real Madrid. How can you go to Real when you're always injury prone? So, shouts out Brits Fairman. Barca stopped giving breakfast to the academy players so they could turn into McDonald's. I heard Rashford is being brought to Barca to feed. Look, Barca, what's happening at Barca? Okay, all right,
Just move on.
Bartomeu lives. Bartomeu lives.
I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading that, bro.
Oh my god!
All right. I'm not reading
Is that Deutsch sending dubs from?
I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. So, Mike, is your mic working there? I'm never even bringing your boy. Mike, is your mic working?
Well, it depends on what you want to talk about.
Oh, you will like this, and I'll come to you then, to Elijah. So, correct. So this is what I'm hearing so far. Apparently, I don't know whether you guys have watched Clockwork Orange. It's a really, really good film by Stanley Kubrick. And there's an iconic scene in Clockwork Orange where they have the main guy strapped and they force his eyes open to watch something. So apparently what I'm hearing is Sothir dad have a gun to Zubimendi's head and have a nuke strapped to his family's house saying that this is what this club is about. If you leave, we're going to nuke your family. I'm going to blow your head off. So he's been pressured into staying. And it seems as if Liverpool seems to be the closest guys into to get to him. So before I go to Mike and then come to Elijah, I think this is a quality player. Now, there was a City fan who basically said that he's unsubscribed from me and he's unfollowed me on Twitter because I said that Zubimendi came on at the Euro final and looked better than him in 45 minutes. But it is what it is. I call it as I say. I think Zubimendi is a quality player. And I don't see whether Rodri is that better than him. I think this guy's quality. And if you put Zubimendi in a really good team with a higher profile, I think you'll see just how good this guy truly is. So if Amber Rose gets him, great. I'm just not sure. So actually, now we say, I'm not sure whether Soledad will allow him to leave. Release clause. If the release clause is triggered, which I believe is 60 mil, there's nothing Soledad can do. It's a law that you have to have. Now, the question is, which is where Mike and Elijah comes in. Because I was reading something where 60 mil may be too much based off of Liverpool's transfer budget, and they may not be willing to pay the 60 mil, and we're looking for a price maybe lower to negotiate Soledad. So, Mike, talk to me. First off, how much will Zubimendi help Liverpool, and how realistic do you think you will be able to get Zubimendi?
To be honest, this transfer saga is always with Liverpool. We try and be lowball. We try and get him on the cheap. We try and take him away from because Zubimendi, this is his boyhood club. He is born and raised in San Sebastian. He is a Real Sociedad player in his blood. So trying to get him away from his comfortable scenario, it's always going to be very difficult. Do I think we're going to sign him? I'm 50-50. I think Real Sociedad are really trying to make it difficult because now there was just a report like 10, 15 minutes ago that I read that said they're going to try and offer him a higher wages. So if they're going to offer him higher wages, I think he might just stay at Real Sociedad, to be honest. The problem is they don't want to lose both Zubimendi and Merino. If they lose both of them, then they're really going to in a tough situation.
Merino's looking very likely as well.
He's looking very. It's the dog barking there. Give me a second.
Yes, Scooby-Doo. I can hear Scooby-Doo, which is a trash cartoon, by the way.
Respect
great
Scooby
cartoon.
Scooby Doo was a
man.
trash ass
I
cartoon.
agree, I
It
agree,
was
I agree.
freaking boring. You
Scooby-Doo
knew
hype,
you
man.
knew who the
Scooby-Doo hype.
It massively
you knew who the
depends on
killer
the
was
era.
like 5 minutes before. Oh, I didn't know was the killer. I wouldn't do it if you're meddling
Oh,
kids.
you're
What kind of
anti-Scooby.
bogus cartoon is that, bro?
SpongeBob.
I mean, it's
Oh,
crazy as a
please.
40-year-old
Oh,
to
please.
complain about
Oh, please.
cartoons.
Scooby Doo's no. Hey, bro, I still watch. Bro, Tom and Jerry, even if it's racist, is a good cartoon. Top Cat is bloody amazing. Shout out to Pokemon and shout out to Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Wait,
Elijah,
did you first watch them in black and white?
there was Tom and Jerry was never in black and white. It was always in color. And also, I turned 20 this year.
Vintage.
Elijah, talk to me. Elijah, talk to me.
Damn, Ricardo, that's crazy.
Okay, well, this is Ricardo here. Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, what Mike is saying is where I'm also leaning as well, but I'm more towards like the 60-40 type of thing, 55-45. I think having Subway, we've already made up nicknames, myself and some of the guys in the Discord. You know, Subway, you know, Zubi Doo, you know, stuff of that nature. Yeah, I know, terrible, but it's hilarious. San Sebastian is a beautiful place, man. Like I understand that. Like
It is. It is.
So you know, to move from
that's a yellow. I'm just putting that for a yellow. So moving on.
So to move.
I mean, okay. So what can you offer him? Can you kidnap him, or is that illegal?
Who knows? Me. In my opinion, if they're really desperate to get this guy, you should be doing everything you can to sign him. That's just me. I would love to see him at Liverpool because that helps strengthen our midfield. I know Ricardo.
Ed and Eddie was trash and freaking boring. No one watched that bomber.
Don't give him any ammo against. Guys, don't give him any ammo. He's already anti.
Keep going. No one watches Eddie. Bro, Scooby-Doo was trash. But keep going.
I'm going 55-45. I think there's still a chance to sign him. I'm going to give it until possibly the end of the week. Look, the season starts in 2 weeks. Slot said there's already going to be a high expectation of new players because he
wait. What do you mean by 2 weeks? No, it starts next week.
Oh yeah, flip. Yeah, we got Ipswich. It just already told you, new manager. I'm gonna take a light break. I'm gonna watch the games, but I'll be in Anfield in the spring and stuff of that nature. But like, I want them to sign him. Me personally, I want the signing to happen ASAP. Because this will strengthen the midfield, and maybe if we can get a couple more guys, we should be fine. I'm not saying we're not title challengers, no way whatsoever. Preferably, I think we'll do well in the cups. We'll do well for top 4, and then just build from there. Honestly, it's really more about slot building.
Daffy Duck was way funnier than our bum-ass loser. So,
tomatoes in the chat, please. Tomatoes in the chat.
So Mike, is your dog on a leash right now? Can you talk more on Zubimendi before you? His dog is still on the leash. So, anyone thoughts on Zubimendi before we
can I
go for it? I don't talk about Spanish Elmo. Go for it.
Yeah, I think it's a good signing, man. I can't lie.
Very good signing.
If they can do it. Very good signing. I think it shows. I think Liverpool are trying to play differently now. I can't lie. I don't think they're playing that Klopp style football. I think they're playing a more possession style football.
Passes. It's really. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's killing with passes, and then it's a sprinkle of what Klopp has left, and then it's really killing with passes. That's what I see.
Okay, so it's possession.
Can you give Ricardo? Can you give Ricardo a time?
I'm ignoring what he just wrote. AK, keep talking.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's wild, Ricardo. But yeah, I think for Liverpool, if they can get him, because I read that Sociedad tried to convince him with the presentation about mountains and food and stuff like that.
Yes.
I mean,
how are they going to convince him? For that's sad, bro.
Shout out to mountains, man.
San Sebastian is beautiful, and the food is great.
I understand that, Samasi. Samasi, I understand that. I've been there, but how do you
Bro, this
convince?
is just like this is just like any other Caribbean place, bro. It's nothing
No,
special.
how do you convince him with mountains? What are you gonna tell
Oh
him?
wow, we have
Wait,
we have an ocean.
Wait,
Wait, what is this?
AK, what are the women like there? That's how you entice him.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie.
I mean, they're kind of.
To
I'm
me-
not gonna lie.
Okay. Oh, so this. Okay, why is this so special?
I mean,
HH,
No,
HH,
it's-
not
it's-
everyone
it's-
is
no, wait,
Please.
wait,
Oh,
HH.
please. Why is this so?
HH,
Give me a break,
Wait,
man.
wait,
not
HH,
everyone wants to live in England
No, no,
like
Wait,
you.
give me a
wait.
break. No, okay. Now,
Wait,
now,
HH
Bopinda, don't use England as an
no.
example.
Wait.
He's moving to England. What do you mean?
Wait, no.
Oh, guys, I
between
get
this
it.
and
No.
Liverpool?
So now, this you have to stay. See, this will convince me to stay. This. Look at that building. Wow.
No,
Oh
no,
my
if you-
God.
HH,
Samasi, you're so
show,
right. Samasi, look at that building. Wow, Samasi, it's so
HH.
beautiful. I want to stay.
show the HH, show the industrial heart of England, yeah, Liverpool, for comparison.
HH, can I continue? please?
Oh, no. AK, continue.
Respect my adopted city, please.
HH. So it's a very nice place, San Sebastian. I'm not gonna lie.
According to you.
Especially when you compare it to a place known as Liverpool, which I mean,
Ricardo, shut up, man. So, we're continuing back.
so like there was definitely an argument that he might.
Oh, no. Keep talking.
Respect my adoptive city, please.
With all due respect to Liverpool,
Even a banner.
with all due respect to Elijah, I'd rather live in Baltimore rather than Liverpool. So,
Look, the why is a great story.
Baltimore is
So.
crazy. Baltimore's crazy.
yeah, but I think if they can get him, it's gonna be a big signing, and I think it's something that they're missing with that. Like they tried to get Caicedo last season, didn't work. They had to settle for Wataru Endo, who actually dominated Enzo and Caicedo in the Carabao Cup. But
Speak on it.
I think this is a DM position is something that since Fabinho left, they needed a big upgrade, and I think Zubimendi will do very well for them, especially on this new style of play that Slot has.
So Mike, man, your last word on Zubimendi before we move on.
Well, I'll try until the dog just starts to bark again. I'm on holiday.
Is it a German Shepherd or a poodle?
It is a German Shepherd.
Wow.
This mofo is like 40 kilos and he's ready to kill somebody.
So he bites or she
Oh,
bites.
he bites. He's ready to kill somebody. Yeah. Look, if we get Zubimendi, I'll be very happy. I just don't think he's going to leave Spain. I think he's too comfortable there. The worst, look at Barca. They tried every tactic, every McDonald's trick in the book, Happy Meals, all this sort of stuff to get Nico Williams. They couldn't entice him. He wouldn't leave. Do you think Zubimendi's going to leave Real Sociedad? I don't think so. If Moreno's going to Arsenal, they're keeping one of those two guys. Which one it is, I don't know. But if we do get him, see, HH, this is how you spend 60 million, right? In today's market, 60 million is basically 30 million. If we can get a player like Zubimendi, who was really good with Real Sociedad in the Champions League last season, really impressed by him, I think he would be perfect for Slot system. Or sorry, not Slot, Various system. He's not Amber Rose or whatever you call him. He's Various from Game of Thrones. The guy.
No. Yes, he don't. No. I say Amber Rose because, and also let me bro, and Samasi. This is not to be specific. She literally has a thing called the slot walk. She has a line that was it's called the slot walk. So
damn. No, but if we do get him, I'll be very happy with the signing. It's just a matter of we have to get it done this week. We have to. If we don't get, I'm not going to go next week away to Ipswich, which is going to be their first Premier League game in two decades. It's going to be very amped up, and we're going to play Endo. As much as I love Endo, and he dominated Chelsea in that League Cup final, I'm not going to go with Endo. This is the crazy thing, HH. Endo himself even said, go sign a DM. He wants a buffer. He knows that. He wants to be a backup. He's cool at being a backup, Endo. So go sign a DM. I don't understand this club. I really don't. It's taken them all of this preseason to realize, oh yeah, you know what? We should sign a DM. Now I got to deal with all these Liverpool fans who are like getting all orny when Ornstein dropped some news about Liverpool saying, oh yes, we're finally gonna. Well, you gotta wait. Be patient. But there has to be now. If it doesn't happen now,
okay, so last thing on this before we go to Galadog. 87, Zubimendi. What's your inkling? Do you think he stays as Sociedad, or do you think Liverpool can somehow entice him out of the way by threatening his family?
Yeah. I mean, he's probably going to stay, as Michael was saying. I think it would be amazing if he could join Liverpool because I think he'd be the perfect Fabinho replacement. And yeah, I just feel like it's tough to get Sociedad players to leave. Like, they're just not going to leave. Now, do I think he has a better chance to leave to Liverpool than to Barca? I mean, I don't think Barca has any chance, but if he, I think it's more likely he will go to a non-Spanish team than a Spanish team. So if he leaves, so.
All right. Well, quickly here's on Dubinsky's man. Shout out to Ifman. Thank you for the Dubinsky. When Roman comes in, he took the Man United chief executive Peter Kenyon in 2003 when Man U was the biggest club. Bram hiring the best in class. Example, Emanolo, who was amazing for us, Nigeria's finest, and Cobham was the best academy. You can say Roman wanted to compete with Man United. When Clele came in, they instead model after Brighton. Normally, you model the best club. Like, how do you come in and want to replicate Brighton? Like,
it's funny.
It's shocking.
Is right there.
Brighton are going for better players than Chelsea.
That's crazy.
No. So, even if they are, is that why would you want to model your thing on like? Wouldn't you want to model your thing on like, okay, Real Madrid, okay, Man City? Why would you want to model your whole club on Brighton if this isn't a Ponzi scheme? So it's obviously a freaking Ponzi scheme, but why would you want to model on Brighton? But again, thank you for making that point. When Bram came into who's the best is United. Okay, what are United doing? Who are they going for? Let's go for that. So basically, you know what your club is about by what you do in the transfer window and the players you get and your transfer strategy, bro. Shout out to Ifman. Even Jim Ineos wants the best in class in Man United when they came in. Wait, when last did United win a UCL? Was that before the event? First event? Was that before or after the first Avengers film?
He's talking about the future.
Was that before the first Avengers film?
We already talked about it.
Was Iron Man 1 out when the last one? Was Iron Man 1 out?
Who did they win against? Who did they win against?
A 10-man Chelsea, which doesn't count. I already told you. Penalties don't count when you cheat.
Wait, no.
Penalties only count if you beat a team in their own home ground. That's what when
penalties count.
It was your home ground.
No.
It was Graham's home ground.
Moscow.
Wait, hold on. So they took Man City's top guy to be the Man U CEO, former Man City Academy top guy as Man United's technical director, Ashworth as director of football, Vivell. Wait, hold up. Were United really got Vivell?
Yeah, they got Vivell.
No, you're lying. What?
No, they did.
You can't.
After they got Ashworth, after the gardening leave and stuff, yeah, they got Vivell.
Man United taking
they got Ashworth and Vivell.
Man United actually doing the right thing for once.
The thing is, these guys are working for their future. You see, Liverpool's working for their future. Arsenal's working for their future. Chelsea's working on their past. You see?
Well, no, Elijah, they are working on their future. They're working 10 years into the future.
Zubimendi stayed last season as he wanted to play UCL for his boyhood club, like Vert staying at the Bayer Leverkusen for use of this season. This time, he might leave if there's a gun point. This time he might leave as he sees top players leaving so that it's the best time to leave. Look, if Liverpool gets him, that's a huge Dubinsky.
Maybe Liverpool should throw in a Beatle, one of the Beatles, maybe.
Yeah, well, are they still McCartney? Yeah, they're still so wait, what's it called? Let me bring in your boy thingy. Liverpool has appeal for Zubimendi. Javi, wait, okay. So how is that appealing? Because Javi Alonso is his idol.
Because Xavi played for Real Sociedad, and then he went to Liverpool, then he went. So,
but he isn't at Liverpool right now. So.
Actually, so Liverpool is popular in Spain with players like Morientes, Torres, Pepe. Does Torres have a Liverpool tattoo?
Yes, on his leg. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they say he has a which now that's wild. Benitez as manager. No, it's true. Liverpool is popular in Spain. That is true. They are a popular club. But not so popular as Chelsea. Shout out to your boy. I didn't say anything. I said nothing. Chelsea is being operated like an MLB team. No one cares about the MLB draft because most players don't get called up until 3 to 4 years later. Wait, so how does it work in baseball? So
You start off in the
They
farm.
send them to AAA, AA, single A, and all these, and they basically have to mature as a player at those small clubs. Basically, what Chelsea are doing, they're sending these AAA players to Strasbourg. Maybe they turn out good, maybe they turn out shit. We don't know, and then they go to Chelsea. Maybe it's basically an MLB team.
Yes, farm system. You start off from the bottom of the bottom, you work your way up.
So Barry
West London
Bonds FC.
Dodgers.
HH, a couple of your
Barry
goalkeepers,
Bonds
you know what's
FC.
crazy, HH, a couple of your goalkeepers that you guys signed, one of them started off at Gateshead. The other went to Chelmsford. Another started off at Viking. Viking in is that
Thor?
Norway, Mike?
Thor?
Yeah, it's Viking. Yeah, it's Norway.
Thor. Wait, hold on,
Yes,
Patricio.
Thor.
West Ham will finish above Chelsea. God forbid.
I can see it. I can see it.
God forbid.
I can't lie. They're making some good signings.
With who? With
West Ham
Gap Tooth
are
up front?
West Ham
Hey,
are cooking.
you were the one
No, the
respecting him
time
through the Euros.
Apparently West Ham might get some
I've
people.
got to be a prick somehow. So
They're,
here's what it
they're
is.
moving
I
for
know,
a guy
HH,
like
you gotta try
Todibo.
something.
I've got to try
How come
something.
Chelsea are not moving for a guy like Todibo? It's crazy, especially when you see these weak defenders. Well, it's crazy.
No, it's mad. Okay, so this dub is a good transition to the next one. So let's talk about Gallagher. So here's the thing. Now, people say that it's edited. Why is Gallagher not smiling in that photo? Why is he not smiling? Bro, you've made your move. You
No hablo español.
here.
He's only
No habla
doing 20K
español.
a week,
Agreed
man.
at the
He's doing
airport.
20K a week, man.
So shout out to your boy
Yeah.
Sebiloman. Thank you, dub man. A question for Mikey. Talking about dogs. Hey, what do you think of the two Dobermans in midfield for Atleti, Gallagher and DePaul?
Pretty good midfield. And you don't want to play against that midfield. One has got cocaine, and one is trying to emulate David Beckham with his hairstyle. So that's pretty tough to go up against.
Or wait, David Beckham or actually wait. Okay, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go the other way. I'm not gonna go the other way.
No. Wait, no. Look, so do you think it's a good move for Gallagher?
I mean, I think he was forced into the move, to be honest. I don't think he wants to go to Madrid.
Oh, no. Look, see, here's the thing. You're right. He did not want to leave. Like, it's your boyhood club. It's your comfort and everything. He didn't want to leave, and I thought that he'd just stay and just deal with it. But how he plays, what Simeone wants from players, what he can give in terms of interceptions, breaking down plays, I think this can work out. And you just get exposed to something new. Because I always say, like, English players, the biggest mess up for English players is they never really left England, which I think harmed the national team. Because you see, the Premier League is not big because of English players. It's big because of foreign players. When Serie was big, most of the best players were Italian. So when they went to the Italian national team, it worked because most of the best players are Italian. That's not the same for the Premier League. So it actually behooves you just to stay in England in your comfort zone. What you want to do is get some Spanish experience, get some Italian experience, get some German experience, get experience in all these other places, and it actually helps to enhance your team rather than just staying in the Premier League. So, but Mike, again, so do you think that he can do good for Atleti?
I don't think he can do good, but I think Simeone can make him into a good player. I mean, Atleti, what they're doing this transfer window, I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know where they got the money, first off, but some of the signings they've made, Leno, Mad, Sorloff, Alvarez, then getting Gallagher, and they're apparently trying to go for they're trying to go for a Hansko from Feyenoord. I think Atleti are really doing some good business. So for Connor, he has to just trust Simeone. He is going from Pochettino to Enzo Maresca to actually somebody who has won multiple La Ligas, has made it to multiple Champions League finals. Say what you want, he's at least made it there. He's a proven manager. I think this is a great move for Atleti, and I think it's a good move for Connor. Connor was too comfortable in London. What do you need to do to make yourself develop into a good player? Go into an uncomfortable environment. So go into Madrid. I think it would be really good for Conor Gallagher, and let's see what he can do. I mean, does he have the technical ability to play in La Liga? I don't really think so. But in Simeone's system, we know that's not. Simeone's system is basically anti-La Liga. Yes. That's what it is. Even though he's trying to develop more into a more of attacking team, it could work out. I mean, if I'm a midfield, I do not want to play against Rodrigo De Paul and Conor Gallagher. That's one of the last midfields I want to play against.
J Swiss, talk to me, man. Gallagher to Galladog to Atleti.
Yeah, it's good depth in the midfield because they still got Koke for 1 year. They've got DePaul, obviously, who's a mainstay in the play. And then you got Griezmann, who's like that hybrid 10, but he can also select midfield. They've got Pablo Barrios coming through. You still got Llorente, who's a utility player. So there's still a lot there. And Gallagher, I think it'll be like the Kieran Trippier sign. People are thinking, it's not really that good a player. He's not that type of player. But Simeone gets everything out of these players. It's like getting blood out of stone. And Gallagher can run. That's the main thing. That's Gallagher's best asset. He can run. He can cover every single blade of grass. And if he does that in La Liga, him and DePaul, that's like, I don't know how much cardio that is on the pitch. That's going to cover every single blade of grass.
And also remember, like, because the thinking was Maresca's is going to be a very high possession system, which Gallagher is not his sort of thing. Atleti are a counter-attacking team that like to move the ball quickly, very rapidly, and want to like now counter you. They're not guys that like to dwell too much on the ball or keep high possession. They just want to attack you direct and very quickly. So I think for Gallagher, this suits him. And I think especially if Simeone, remember, Atleti have tried to be a much more footballing side in the last previous years. So I think what he wants to do is that let's now go back to 2014, 2016, where we had a few thugs in midfield, which could work.
Yeah, and he's an upgrade on Sal Niguez, who's left for a free. Like Sal Niguez in 2024. I mean, besides that, anyway, he wasn't that great a player anyway. It was that Bayern 2016, that one solo goal. That's what carried his career. I'm not saying anything, but Gallagher, he has his uses, and Simeone can get the best out of these. We've seen last year there were some dead players in that team, and he made Morata seem like, people were saying, Morata's back in his best form. Morata of all players, like he isn't that guy, but Simeone gets the best out of these bum players. He's a useful brick.
All right, so Kenny Gallagher. Do you think it was bad for us to let him go, and do you think that Atleti is a good move, or do you think we should have kept him? Squad tax.
I didn't mind. I think we could have kept him as part of the squad. I do think that he has a certain profile that whatever you want to say, like he can be useful in football. The guy he plays like he's on cocaine. And whatever you might say about it, like the guy is useful. Last season, he was probably if you take the entirety of the season, he was our best performing midfielder. Not saying he's the best,
which is bad, but it is what it is. Yeah,
yeah, it is what it is. In a certain, like, if you play him in a system, I think that Jacobs, you can play like he can be useful. Like players like Gallagher can be useful. Just because you're not the best technically doesn't mean that you can't. Like, there's no use for you on the football pitch. But yeah, I think that obviously now we changed manager, so I think if Pochettino would have stayed, I don't think Gallagher would have been sold. I think he himself would have signed that contract. But there was a new manager. He wanted to play a new style of play, and obviously he was seen as a squad player. So yeah, I think it was the best choice for him to leave. Obviously, if he wants to play, and he himself as a player, I think he should want to, like, and that's why he rejected the contract we offered. I think obviously the length of the contract was an issue, but also I think he wanted to play football. And if he's going to continue playing for England, maybe if he goes there, he can even get better as a player. Because, for example, the Gallagher that I saw last year compared to the one I saw the year before, he clearly improved. So he can still improve on stuff. Maybe if he goes there, he can get better as a player. Obviously, he's not going to be the best player technically, but if he can improve on the ball, maybe, and he has attributes that are useful, I do think that it can be a good signing for them. For me, it's a win-win situation between the two clubs.
All right, let's move to Alvarez. So let me come to you, 87 man. So for Atleti, how much of an upgrade is this, and how much of an impact do you think Alvarez makes for Atleti in La Liga? Is it like, okay, Atleti could be really dangerous now, or do you think he may need to adapt first? Like, how much of an upgrade is he over that bomb, Morata?
Yeah, it's a huge signing. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best signs this window. In my opinion, like still the only issue I have is the price. The price is a bit too much, I would say. 95 million is a lot.
Yeah, because wait, because I thought this is like spending cap and everything. Where did Atleti find that money from? How?
I guess they haven't spent money for so much time, so I guess they saved up. I guess that's
They've
the only logical.
offloaded a lot of big wages as well, like Depay, Morata, Salnaguez, Savage,
yeah, that-
Hermoso.
True,
Yeah,
true.
yeah. That probably too. I think he'll definitely take time to adjust to La Liga. La Liga is not as physical as the Premier League, so it's more technical based. So I think he'll probably flourish more here. And I definitely think he's more of a upgrade over Morata because the guy has a great goals to game ratio. I think he has like 57 goals and 61 appearances for City, or 61 starts. I think I read. It's actually a pretty good stat. And so I think he's a clinical striker. And the thing about him is that he's versatile. He can play as a winger. He can also play as a striker as well. And I just think that he's great. So I think he just needs that first goal. When he gets that first goal, I think he'll be a great striker from that. I think it's just really difficult because with strikers, it's really hard when you come to a new team getting that first goal. Getting that first goal means so much. So I think that first goal is really critical.
So people are saying in the chat that this team may lack creativity. So do you think that may be an issue of creativity provided for him? Or there's Griezmann there, Correa, I still think is around.
Yeah, the thing with Atleti is that they kind of actually J2 is probably can answer this better than I can, but I don't think Atletico really plays with wingers. I think they play more with wing backs. So that is a bit of a difference, right? So that's
So J2, so do you think he will struggle with?
Can I speak after J2?
Sure, yeah.
See, there's upcoming players. You have Riquelme who can create. You have Pablo Barrios that's up and coming. He can create. Yeah, Griezmann may be on the decline, but I think I don't know if people have seen the stat in the last 5 years. I think it was Messi and Griezmann that had the most big chances created on either side. Like Messi's left. This is over the past 5 years, and Messi's still there with Griezmann. And then you have Samuelino. He's the creative wing back. Like I know Molina's a bit of he can be useful, but he has his purple patch moments. You got Llorente. He can do a job, but you're going to look at Griezmann, Barrios, Riquelme, Lino. That's enough creativity. And don't forget, if they play with a duo striker, so you have Soloff and Alvarez. Alvarez can drop deep, and Soloff can push up, and then you got Alvarez between the two spaces. Then you got Griezmann. It's different. It's more counter. People thinking, possession football, and you have to create it through that. That's not how Atleti play. They don't use possession. It's quick. It's quick counter-attack football using
Transition.
the wing backs. Yeah, exactly.
AK, talk to me, then I'll come to you, Matt. AK.
I don't know this, but am I the only guy who thinks like he's kind of overpriced? Or
okay, no. Here's the thing. If you want something bad enough, you pay the price. Is it overpriced? Yes. But if his quality, that's what the price is, that money's there, what do you do if you've already let Morata go? So my thing is that I feel that if you desperately need something, forget what the price is. It's what the price is, we've now got him. Because at the end of the day, you have a quality striker. Oh, but you're right. Of course he's overpriced. He's way overpriced.
Is he really overpriced nowadays? Like,
wait, AK, I'll just say one thing.
Kenny, 90 mil?
No, it's 70. No, there's add-ons. It's 75.
It's
75
plus
50.
plus 20.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
20 million.
people forget in this market, how much did Gonzalo Ramos go for, and how much did Colomwani go for?
That's true.
True.
I'm like, Osimhen is like 100 and I mean, million for a striker. No, but let's do like for a striker.
I have a question I want to mention.
Like for a striker, that's a good price. That's a very good price, I'd say. Even.
No, I think the player, it's going to be interesting where they fit him, because if they buy Alvarez and buy Sorloth, like, is the front line going to be Sorloth and Alvarez, with Alvarez being a second striker? Or will Alvarez be the main striker with next to someone like Griezmann? I mean,
it would make more sense him being the main striker and Griezmann playing off of him. That would make more
but
sense.
then so Sorloth is more like depth. Okay, I see. I think overall, I think it's a good signing. I think he's proven enough to play for a top team and get consistent minutes. And I also think, Atletico Madrid, they've needed a sort of reset for a long time. I think the likes of Saul, Vitolo, Morata, all these guys, they were probably like the old Atletico generation. They didn't really do enough at the club, and I think they needed some sort of a reset, some sort of some sort of reshuffling. I think someone like a Gallagher. Personally, I thought they should have gone for a Javi Guerra instead of Gallagher, but they've got Gallagher now. I think it's a good. I think it's a good signing for the way they play. I think Alvarez, he's a sort of striker that presses a lot, has a lot of intensity, and is also very technically good. So he would work. The only problem I see is with the defense, and I know they got Lenormand and they want Hanchko. Personally, Lenormand, I haven't been that impressed with him to like say like he's gonna do really well. But again, Simeone does improve defenders, but I do think they need at least two more defenders because I don't rate like I think someone like a Gimenez is he's frankly he's not the same, and
Oh,
someone like
Vitel's bad.
Axel Witsel, I don't think he's that great. So I think if they get another two defenders, I would be looking at a team that could be very competitive in La Liga and the UCL.
I mean, there are
Yeah.
rumors of them signing Laporte on the cheap because he's in Saudi Arabia at the moment and he wants to
Ooh.
leave.
Oh, wow.
So
Wait, can I
there's
mention one
there's
point
rumors of
really
that.
quick? Wait, can I mention real quick?
87, go for it. 87.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this. South American strikers, they have a great track record at Atleti. Like Forlan, Suarez, and maybe
Aguero.
Alvarez with the next one. Aguero,
Falcao.
yeah.
Falcao, don't forget Falcao.
Falcao. Yeah, I forgot to mention.
Diego,
Yeah,
Diego
Falcao.
Costa.
Yeah, I just want to mention that.
Yeah, Costa.
Yeah,
That
dude.
motherfucker Spanish.
If it was fit, did they beat Real in our final? It is what it is. I'm just putting that out there. No matter, don't respond. Mats, talk to me. So, how well do you think Alvarez does at Atleti? Mats, the Mats channel. I don't think he can hear me. What's it called? Ricardo, talk to me. Atleti.
Yeah, man, good signing. I'm jealous, but it is what it is.
You couldn't afford him. I don't even know what you're jealous about, bro. What lever are you going to pull?
Don't know, we got a lot of cooking. Anyways, no, literally, by the way.
Wow.
No, this is really a fantastic summer for Atleti, but I do think that if they don't get another center back or at least a competent one, it's almost gonna be like not for nothing, but I think the issues are gonna still be there. They definitely need a center back, and if they get the Spanish national team pairing, that should be really beneficial to both of them. But as for Alvarez specifically, this is a big move for him. It's a big move for Atleti because this is the first time Atleti have really got somebody of this stature in terms of like a talent and stuff like that. When was the last time they signed a guy? Because when they got Falcao, he wasn't that big. He was
That's
like,
true. Actually,
obviously
it's
good.
really, when last did Alex really make a big signing like this?
Money wise, it'd be Felix.
No. Not many. In terms of this is a guy who is highly rated.
Like he's a somewhat established player. Alvarez, he's proven that he's really a player for the big moments, and he has the potential to be definitely the face of a team such as Atleti. The thing with Felix is like when they bought Felix, they bought him based on like a young talent that
potential. It was potential tax.
Yeah, exactly. Even Aguero, when they bought him from was it Estudiantes, I believe. Yeah, Estudiantes. He was one of Argentina's best young talents at the time. So it wasn't the same. Like Alvarez is 24 now, so he's not exactly young. He's an established player heading into his prime. So this is a massive move for Atleti, and for Alvarez. This is kind of going to be the platform for him to really show where he belongs in the world. Like if he's amongst the best players in the world. So it's exciting for him because this can honestly make or break his career. Because if it doesn't work out for him, then it's kind of like
it is what it is. Yeah, you pretty much failed.
Yeah, maybe you're just an international merchant. But for Atleti, this is big, man. This is big. Like they have to build on top of it. I think they got a good piece in football to build around in Alvarez. Yeah, so this could be a win-win situation for everybody involved.
Nomad, are you worried? Or Mbappe's going to start part his way to a 20 points La Liga victory? Or does Alvarez at Atleti worry you?
I think he'll do okay, but as a lot of other people said, the problems are going to be in the defense and the midfield to get that balance right. Because what kind of football Atletico are going to play, that will weigh heavily, on the futures, at least the immediate futures of Alvarez and Conor Gallagher and players like these. So let's see. when it comes to Conor Gallagher, I actually see a few fitness issues propping up in his first season. So I think it'll take him some time to get into rhythm when it comes to Simeone's system, because whenever players come into his system, they go through some fitness issues, and it takes them at least a season or two to acclimatize. But as far as Alvarez, yeah, he's definitely an upgrade on Morata, and I think he'll give some immediate boost. When it comes to goals, I think in the first few games he'll score a bunch of goals, and then maybe he'll plateau. But let's see. I think he can give you 20, 22 Gs in the league, 25 Gs
So basically, his signing doesn't
over.
worry you as a Madrid fan.
No, because it's not about him. It's about the rest of the team. Especially defense. Le Normand. I don't know how reliable he is, and even if he isn't, and he has potential, he needs someone reliable to play alongside him. So like Ricardo implied, if they get Laporte, then maybe their balance will be adequate, because Simeone depends a lot, on his defense. So that will actually help Conor Gallagher and Alvarez do what they can. So let's see.
So Matt, thoughts on Alvarez to Atleti? Do you think he will succeed?
Well, for one, it also depends on what you define succeed as. But
2025, I mean, again, like you then winning the league can be down to him, but 2025 goals, you show up against Real, you show up against Barca, you score winning goals, then you've done your job as a striker. Then it's not down to the rest of the team, defense to be good, and other guys to chip in.
He could certainly do that. As somebody mentioned earlier, he's good both with the goal scoring and kind of doing that extra defensive work. So I certainly think we could see between 15 to 26 goals. He was a very good backup at Man City. He owed up often when Haaland was not playing. And if you go back to his debut, he made an instant impact. I believe it was the same game after Haaland got his first hat-trick. So there's definitely a player in him. He can do multiple assets of the game. I think we could see 15 to 25 goals from him this season.
All right. So 87, let me come to this. So 87, here's the thing. Now, I want to be respectful when I say this, and I mean this with all due respect. If all Barcelona do this summer is get the Spanish Olmo, does that excite you ahead of La Liga? And how much do you think Olmo can help us? Look, Olmo is good. We saw him, he's good. Now, his domestic form is questionable for Leipzig, but whenever it's in both tournaments I've seen him for Spain, i.e. in the Euros, in 21, and in these Euros, he's been great. So this is a good signing. Barca do improve. But is this what Barca need, and how much do you think he improves Barca? And do Barca need to find another lever to pull to add Olmo into this whole thing? Because Olmo is good. This is a good signing, but do Barca need more?
Yeah, I think I'm still not really particularly happy with Olmo. I still don't think it's really necessary, but it is what it is. The club's already made this signing, and I just think that the issue is that we're probably going to put, because Olmo's best position I feel like is attacking mid. We're probably going to put him in the left wing. We're probably going to do that.
What? Left wing?
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what Barca have been doing the last couple of years. Like when we signed Coutinho, he was supposed to be an attacking mid. We played in the left wing. When we signed Griezmann, we put in the left wing. Like I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever we had signed an attacking mid player, we most of the time put them in the left wing. Like it's just because we don't have a lot of players there. That's the issue. And so I just think that for me, we really need to get Nico Williams. Nico Williams is the player we really desperately need, but I just don't think he's going to leave. I think he's very committed to Bilbao. Like he's just going to stay. And
when does he make his decision? Are we still waiting for his decision, or?
I don't. I feel like he hasn't made the decision officially, but I feel like it's kind of implied, like he's going to stay because I feel like he would have joined Barca by now if he already made his mind. So yeah, I just think it's a big concern. I also heard he's injury prone as well,
Mm.
which kind of giving me Pedri vibes in some ways. And yeah, I just don't. I'm just really concerned, man, because I just don't really think Flick. I just don't really think Olmo is really that guy. But who knows? He could prove out to be wrong. I could be proven wrong. There's not a
No,
lot
no,
of expectations.
yeah, because I think I
So
think I think it was Hamza even put it in the chat. Like, all because you do well at international tournaments doesn't mean that moving from Leipzig to now in Barca in La Liga over 38, 40, 45 games, you can now consistently now say what's up and prove to be vital. So this can't be Barca's marquee signing, with all due respect
yeah,
to
I can't.
Olmo. Like, because again, I'm sorry, like, yeah, like you were good, but that is for 7 games in that Spain environment. This is a whole different board of wax with a particular Barca team in La Liga. So, yeah, I don't know. And what's Ricardo? What are you saying? Do you agree with 87 in terms of this isn't really a signing to be cheering up about with
Yeah,
Elmo?
I think it's not a signing you should be like completely ecstatic about because it shows more about the incompetence of the board and the sporting direction of this club.
Deco.
Yeah, specifically Deco, who's really just been just a clown since he's been at the club. Um, for I look, I think Olmo is obviously a good player. There's no denying the quality he has. The issue is that he's coming to a team that they already have more than sufficient players of the same profile that can give you what he has. So you could have saved yourself 60 million, especially at a time right now when Barcelona need the money. You also have to look at the players that are being affected. Obviously, Gavi is versatile enough to really play anywhere in that midfield. Um, what does it say about Pedri? Is the positive I can see that maybe this is a viable replacement for Pedri when you want to load management. Him. Gundogan obviously can put in a shift there, but I think this affects the most is honestly Fermin Lopez. Who honestly he's had just a great season last year. He's great in the Olympics, and we're expecting big things from him this coming season. He's definitely a midfielder that can give you like 10 goals a season. For a midfielder that can give you that, he did that in his first season. That's extremely valuable. As for what position he'll play, he'll obviously most likely play out left, but not in your traditional like touchline winger. It's most gonna be like an inverted forward that kind of just hugs the striker. Because Balde is gonna be pretty much dominating that left flank. So look, the other thing that bothers me most is that his injury record. The last 3 seasons, they said he's averaged about a bit over 20 games, missed through injury. So it's like, what are you really doing here? Are you really just like
And also, Barca doctors are trash as well. So
yeah? So you have like what, 2 Pedris? Hopefully, one guy's fit for one half of the season, the other guy's fit for the second half. Look, there's no denying his quality. I think he's a great player, but international level and club level are two different things. I do think a big part of this signing is centered around Laporta wanting to rebuild the Spanish national team, or at least have Barcelona dominate the Spanish national team as they did when they won, the dynasty, the Spanish dynasty, the golden generation. This is probably one of those attempts because they're also chasing after Nico Williams, who obviously is Spain's starting left winger. I don't know exactly what the goal is here. I think this is a terrible signing, especially when someone like Alvarez was on the market, who honestly, after next year, we're probably going to need a striker anyways because Lewandowski's on his last year, I believe. Vitor Roque hasn't actually lived up to expectations thus far. And Pau Torres, I mean, he had a great preseason, but you just never know. There's like a preseason tax. It's, obviously random players perform and whatnot, and then when they get to the big stage, it's not the same. You could argue even Zubimendi. If Zubimendi goes to Liverpool, then it kind of looks even worse on Barcelona because you've been chasing this guy for so long.
for years, yeah.
Yeah, and they're literally the same. The price tag is the same. Obviously, one is a release clause and one is a transfer fee, so it's a bit different. But maybe you could say that Zubimendi clearly, if he was to leave Spain, I think it's more about that. If he was to leave Sociedad, it would be to outside the league, just because maybe he doesn't want to compete against Sociedad, which I understand. I think that's a valid reason. But yeah, no, I think for this signing, I don't know, man. I find it hard to give it anything more than like a 5 out of 10. Like
Damn, what?
like
5?
yeah, because I mean it's a quality player, but
God.
it,
5?
yeah, it's he's a quality player, but the negatives outweigh the positives in this case. Because what if Olmo gets injured like 10 games into the season? Then what? Then you
Pray.
waste then you wasted 60 million on a player that you kind of anticipated this happening, and you had another player that's gonna replace him. So I mean, honestly, it's if this is the only signing, then it is what it is.
No, you see, the high, you hit the nail on the head. If this is Barca's only signing, then I give this like a 3 out of 10. It's trash. But if you add more to it, I think basically I think Olmo could be a great supplementary piece. But that's why I said to 87. If this is Barca's marquee signing, that's horrible. It's
Yeah,
horrible if it's like the marquee signing for Barcelona.
yeah. So look, at the end of the day, I don't know. There's reports that the Nico Williams thing is not officially over. Some sources have said he's officially declined PSG's offer. To be honest, who the fuck knows at this point? I wouldn't be surprised if that drags on till the end of summer. But yeah, for Olmo, look, like it's just weird too when you're paying 60 million for a former La Masia youth player. It's like you had this guy in your academy. Sure, he maybe needed to go elsewhere to improve himself as a player, because in the beginning of the summer there was rumors about Xavi Simmons. How much will we on loan, and then maybe potentially to buy him after? I mean, this is another La Masia player, so it would have been like honestly weird. But regardless, I think with Hansi Flick, this was his request from what I'm hearing. So maybe this is a Bundesliga type of thing he sees, which is interesting. But I do think Hansi Flick, I think his biggest asset really, his biggest asset and his biggest kind of prize in all of this transfer window is the amount of La Masia products that are going to be pushed up. Because I can see why maybe we don't go after Zubimendi for that same price, because you have Mark Bernal and Casado who have shown good promise. So we'll see how the season goes. But honestly, I'm not very enthused about this signing.
Anyone else for this whole?
Can I speak on?
Yeah, Eko, go for it. And then the call, Aiken and call.
Yeah, I don't know about it because I think they have enough in that position. Like, he's gonna play left wing, but like, okay, he's not a left winger. He's a number 10. Well,
Attacking mid.
Yeah. Well, why would you just shift him on the wing? Like, this is similar to what you did with Felix. You played him on the left wing, and he was, quite frankly, inefficient. I'll be real. He was inefficient. So I'll be honest. I don't know why he is. If he's the only signing, it's a failure of a transfer window, because I just think they haven't addressed any of the issues that plagued them last season. And I'll be honest, they needed two things. They needed pace on the wings, they needed some incisiveness, and they needed a DM. And personally, I thought they needed a Lewandowski replacement. Apparently, this Pau Victor guy might be the next one coming. Let's see how he goes. But I think they needed like a player like an Alvarez, like a young striker to replace Lewandowski. They needed a physical presence in the defensive midfield position, or even a natural defensive midfielder. Apparently, they're saying that like Mark Bernal, this guy might be. I mean, okay, if he's trash, he is, but from what I've seen, he scored a lot of goals. So yeah, that's what I think. But I think they're saying that Mark Bernal might be the DM. I don't know how confident people are that. How old is this Mark Bernal guy again? I feel like he's like 17 or something.
17 or something.
How confident are you that a 17-year-old can play quite possibly the most important position?
Yeah, that's
Barcelona's
heavy
football.
tax, man. That's heavy pressure.
That's definitely a lot of pressure. But to be fair, like if you're ready, like if you're playing at Barcelona at 17, that says something about your quality. They said Bernal is probably the best academy product now that Kubarsi and Yamal are out of there, but at the end of the day, it's still a very important position regardless of how.
Yeah, and like I'll be honest, bro. Not even a Nico Williams, like any fast winger who can beat people 1v1 would actually do well for Barcelona at this moment. I'll be honest, I see Bayern for some reason trying to, get rid of this guy. If I'm Barcelona, if I don't get Nico Williams, I take a loan on Kingsley Coman for 1 season.
I
See
have
how
heard
that goes.
Coman. I've heard Coman rumors around that they're trying to look about Coman. So.
See how that goes, because I think he can offer something that.
Oh no, he's great, and I think he can play both left and right.
Yeah, he can do that, and it's a loan, so it's not really that much risk. But I'll be honest, bro, I expect these guys to go in for Cancelo again and try and sign Felix as the rest of the window comes.
Cool. Talk to me, and then we'll move on to the last topic. Cool.
Yeah. He's injury prone. He's too injury prone, and I think personally they have to just try to make sure that they get the Nico Williams deal. I think he's a serious player. The one thing I think about this Nico Williams deal is there's a chemistry between him and Yamal that I'm seeing.
Oh, 100%.
And when you have that chemistry, it's very dangerous.
Do you see him as a traitor because he didn't choose Ghana? Do you see him as a Judas traitor?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know me, HH. You know me. Of course, I see him as a traitor. Of course, I see him as a traitor.
Okay.
But anyways, I still feel like he would be
he'll be great. He'll be great. Like him and Yamal have an understanding, 100%.
It would be a really great signing. Really great. And I think Hansi Flick. I'm gonna make this big statement, HH, and I know maybe you think I'm gonna say something stupid, but Barca is gonna make the Champions League semis. I believe that. I really believe Barca is making the Champions League semis. I think.
And based off what? Where do you get this from? Like how?
HH, this is my thing, right? Like I think this season, I think that one thing that Barca didn't have in the past is they didn't have an experienced manager. They didn't have a manager who knew what he was doing tactically. Hansi Flick is a guy who, like, he's coming to this team, and I just feel like with the the midfielders that Barcelona have, and the players that let's say are also on the bench in Barcelona and so forth, I think Hansi Flick can do a job and probably get them to a semis.
Well, let's see what he does, because I think that we shouldn't judge him based on what he does individually, because international management is different. Last time we was in club management, he did great for Bayern. So,
but
for me, I don't know. I don't know. He could, but I don't know.
I get it. International, yes, but also we have to think about it this way. Xavi failed in every circumstance with this Barca team. Like this Barca team should have beaten PSG last season.
No, so don't put that on Xavi. That was Araujo.
No, that's on
Xavi's fault.
That's on because
so it was Xavi's fault that Araujo got a red card.
I'm saying that Xavi, right? When he took off Yamal in that second leg, it cost them. It cost them big time because
they were down to 10 men.
Yes, they were down to 10 men, but you still
you have to take off an attacker.
Yes. Okay, fine.
And also you have to take an attacker, and you have to put on somebody who can help work in defense and enhance the physicality to do the work in defense, which Yamal obviously can't do because he's young.
Then if that's the case, right? If that's the case, you could have probably taken off a Lewandowski and then bring in someone like another.
Look, that loss is on Araujo. You can't put that loss on Xavi. That was on Araujo. Okay. So we never know what happened if it was 11v11.
Okay. No, but anyways, yeah. Olmo injury prone. I wouldn't suggest they buy him. They should go all in for Nico Williams. I don't know why they're wasting time with this Nico Williams thing. You cough up the money on
he has to decide. If Nico Williams says no, he says no. So all right, look, let's show shout out to Money Mace. 2025 UCL in Munich. Chelsea are coming for their crown. That's if we make that 2025. You see. Also, so the final is going to be in Munich in 2025. Well, let's pray we actually make the UCL.
That's
Let's
this
pray.
season, you.
Wait, you can't make it.
This
It's this
coming
season's
season.
Champions League. Wait, how did you not clock? We're in the 24-25 season.
Yo, I'm out. Have a good stream.
Big up, Ricardo. Big up.
Bum ass club.
Moving on swiftly. Shad Hurdle. Atletico broke into the Barca camp and stole them.
That's crazy.
No. Okay, no. Seriously though, where did Atletico find this more money from? Because that's into this is like a golden lever or a platinum lever. How do you find 75 mil plus 40 mil for corner? Don't tell me that they've been saving up. Oh please. It must be more. It must be more money laundering, man. Okay, let's now have an honest conversation.
Weren't you the same guy who said when Chelsea spent a bill to not check other people's pockets?
I lied. So
Can I just say one last thing?
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, guys, just remember this one thing, right? Barca can afford a proper winger, an experienced winger, so they gave Lamine Yamal a chance, and now he's the next big thing. They can afford a centre half, so they gave Pau Cubarsí a chance, and he's the next big thing. They tried to do the same thing with Balde. So I'm telling you, 2 or 3 good games from Bernal, and he's the next Sergio Busquets. That's what you're gonna hear from Barca.
Nomad, honestly, don't sit there lose that league title. All right, and speaking of Nomad, I'm going to come to you for this. So Nomad, very simple here. Will Pepe be remembered as a thug or as a great defender? What will his legacy be?
Both. Thug for the earlier part of his career, and a great defender for the latter part of his career.
But what will he be remembered most of? You choose one. What will be the prevailing thoughts? Great defender or a red card merchant?
Great defender by his admirers, and a fucking rabid Wolverine by his haters.
So where
that's
do you
what he's
lie?
going to be remembered
Where do you
as.
lie? Being that you're a Real Madrid
Me?
fan, and that is what he was for Real Madrid, a psychopath. How will
The
you
thing
remember
is,
him personally?
His last season, right? His last season or two, he wasn't a psychopath. So it's actually difficult for me. That's a really difficult question because he was both. Even for Real Madrid,
No, he was both. He was not like it's an interesting question because he definitely was both. But like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, how will people remember Pepe? Oh man, that guy was a dirty ass player.
Real Madrid supporters remember him as a legend, as a great player, and as someone who's be remembered fondly. You know, so the only people who actually hate him are, of course, Barcelona fans, and also like defensive elitists. You know, who think that defenders should be, not get a lot of cards and should be disciplined, and some of those people. So these are the only 2 kinds of people who like absolutely hate him and don't consider him as being elite. Everyone else, like his CV and his longevity, they speak for themselves. Like opinions are subjective, but when it comes to his CV and his longevity, those are like numbers on a paper. You can't deny that. You can't argue against that. So, and also the fact that he changed so much, during the latter part of his career at Real Madrid itself, is part of the three-peat and so on. That actually helped a lot for his legacy, because if he was an absolute animal at Real Madrid and then after leaving Real Madrid, he got better, then that would have been another thing. But at Real Madrid itself, during the three-peat itself, we saw the real Pepe. He changed, and I think a lot of people, especially at Real Madrid, put down his earlier, foul behavior on Jose Mourinho.
Oh, yeah, well, that had to help.
So they say that Mourinho, told him to act like that, and even Ramos. So that also helps him and his legacy
All right.
in
So
some
what?
man.
So what's it called? Kenny, how will you remember Pepe personally?
I think he was a great defender. Yeah, I think the early
So you're
Madrid
calling him
days.
Maldini? You're calling him Minesta?
Let's
You
not do
say
that.
you know
But
you say he's a great defender, so you're calling him
yeah,
the Portuguese
he's a
Maldini?
great defender. No, I don't think he's in that category now.
Okay.
But I think that is, I would put him in like in the same as like Godin, probably even Chiellini. I would put him in the same like I would put him in the
Wait,
same
hold up. You're
category as this
putting
guy.
him in the same thing as Godin and Chiellini?
Yes.
Of course.
If you look at his
Bro, hold up. Godin and Chiellini are arguably the best defenders of the giant generation, and you'd put him in that category.
and Pep is part of that category. If you look as a defender, yes. And if you look at the way he ages as well, as a defender, he was always a good defender. The only thing with him is early days at Madrid, there he would do some stupid stuff, especially that whatever he did to that player when he stomped on him. That was crazy. But if we're talking about
Busquets.
just defending wise, yes, he was one of the best defender of his generation. Maybe maybe I would put him just under like Chiellini, Godin's, maybe Thiago Silva. Or
Yeah, you see, for me, I can't put Pepe on the same level as Thiago Silva, Chiellini, and Godin. A
yeah,
level
maybe
below,
just under.
yes. A level
A
below,
level
yes.
below. Maybe a level. I think you can have an argument. I think, but like if you look at the guy, he's had like a more than a 20-year career, like, and
Yeah.
even as he got older, I think that people appreciate him a lot because like the last thing he did at Porto, or even the last year was like what the performance he was turning out. Even the last World Cup at like 38, 40s, like that's crazy. Like, honestly, the way he ages is really great. Obviously, I think that is that game that when he stomped on the guy, I think that stuff is always going to stay with people. Like
Yes, always.
whatever you want to say, like he was a great defender, but people are going to remember you for that because you did that crazy stuff out of nowhere.
Like
Like,
it's part of the story. Him stamping
yeah,
on people,
and like people say he gets red card. He has less red card than the guy like Ramos. It's just
Oh
that
yeah, he
people.
does. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
he does.
You know what it was? It's not about the red cards. It's just about how aggressive he was and the kinds of things
Yeah,
that he did that he got away with. Like he was just known as, this guy was an enforcer.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's like Rudiger. Therefore, took some skill.
Yeah.
Like Rudiger, crazy guys.
All right.
No,
Also one thing, when Pepe was coming through the academy days into the first team and making his mark as a senior player, Steve Bruce was still playing at Man City.
Oh wow. No. He's been around for ages. I know. AK, talk to me. Thoughts on Pepe?
Yeah. I think he was a good defender. I think he had some big international tournaments. Specifically,
2016.
he was the best Portuguese player in 2016. You could argue he was one of the best players, period, in that tournament. But unfortunately, a certain GOAT candidate took all the shine for him. But yeah, I think like he's aged very well. Like
Yes.
I remember I saw him against Arsenal in the tie, and he was probably he was the best player across both games for Arsenal versus Porto, and he was very good defensively against the Arsenal team that has a great attacker. So I think he does have his moments where he was a psycho, but he's a very good defender, man. Like deserves his flowers. He's had some great tournaments. He had some great years. Personally, I think purely defending, I'd argue I think Ramos was kind of an overrated pure defender, but
Yeah.
in terms of just pure defending, there's not much to separate between him and a guy like Ramos, if we're being real.
No.
Like,
I will go out to the name and say, in terms of pure defending, at their best, Pepe was better. Like
you say that, yeah.
Ramos never had a performance in a tournament like Pepe did in Euro 2016. Never.
Yeah,
So.
and like he was. People keep saying like his thuggery and stuff, but like that was under Mourinho. You know what the climate was like then.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think overall, just as a defender, he was very good. Probably a level below like some of the best defenders of this current generation, but he was definitely a quality defender.
Fortune, talk to me. Fortune or Chebiri. Fortune. All right, what's it called? 87. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, Pepe, probably one of the best center backs in this probably decade, this last decade, you could probably say. Longevity he's had is insane, and I believe he's like 41 years old.
41, yeah.
Yeah, that's really insane. Like amazing. You know, obviously Euro 2016. He's definitely a Real Madrid legend. He's I think he's a Porto legend and a Portugal legend.
Wait, hold on. You would call him a Real Madrid legend? I don't think. I don't know. He's a Portuguese legend for sure. For sure.
Yeah, Portuguese legend.
100%. Yeah.
Actually, Nomad, would you actually? I want to hear from Nomad. Is he a legend to you, Nomad? Pepe.
To me, no, but to a lot of Real Madrid supporters, yes.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he's amazing. I actually want to ask you guys this question. What was your favorite moment at Pepe?
Okay. So favorites, as in it has to be positive or it can be negative.
I guess it could be either.
Okay. You know what? I'll give both. I think
both
for negative, bro, he freaking stamped on a freaking dude. He really kicked a dude while he was on the floor. So I'll put that as a negative. I think as a positive, his performance in that final. I think when Cristiano went off injured, everybody's heads could have dropped down, and just his leadership in just keeping everybody focused, and just how he was able just to lead the team to really be fully defensive against. I think France were the best team at those Euros, and his defensive performance in that game when their star player went off, I think was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, very commendable, and yeah, definitely football will miss him, and hopefully people remember him. So yeah.
Cole, Pepe.
Pepe can be a coach. You know that, right?
I know, because he's retired.
Yeah. He's top 5 best center backs in the 2010 decades right now. He's that good. And I don't think we're ever going to see a center back like that in this new generation center backs. He is what we call a true center back. And I love everything about him because you need to. One thing is I've played the position before, but as a center back, you need to be fearless. You need to not give a fuck about getting red cards, and you need to be dirty. And that's what he is. He's a very dirty center back. People don't see that, but and guess what? That's what actually wins you games because for example, you talk about the Euro 2016 when he won in the Champions League. Look at the years where Real Madrid won back to back. He was a main integral part of the reason why they won back to back. He was still his defense, his solidity. Even let me tell you something. Personally, for me, I think that, and I know you guys would think I'm crazy.
Yeah,
I think
we know they are crazy. We'll continue.
He's better than Ruben Diaz in every asset, every asset, everything, bro.
That's not crazy.
That's not crazy. Yeah, like for Portugal, Pepe is Portugal's best defender. Even at this 2024, he was still Portugal's best defender. So,
bro, look at what this guy did against Arsenal, bro. At the age of 41, bro, this is amazing, bro. This is amazing, and that's what I want to see. I'm tired of seeing these bloke hole center backs who don't do. They're so shit. They're so slow.
Name names. Like who? Name names.
Okay, for example, that Chelsea dude, Badiashile, like he's shit. The guy is shit. He should never play the game.
Chelsea fans don't even rate the freaking dude. How do you come up with the Badiashile? No one rates him.
Okay. Another one personally for me is if you look at what's that guy's name from Barcelona, Araujo. He's overrated. Araujo is another. He's so overrated. I'm sorry, man. Like I really really want to rate these guys, but Pepe is it. Pepe
Okay.
is the best center back. I'm
So what's
sorry.
about Mats? Thoughts on Pepe? How do you think he'll be remembered, Mats?
Well, personally, I love the guy. I'm a Porto fan. I think there'll be some he'll be remembered a little bit for some of the controversial stuff he did.
Yeah.
But I think there's more. He'll be remembered more for how good of a defender he was. My first memories of him were the two stupid red cards he got in both 2010 and 2014 World Cup. Great at Real Madrid, great at Euro 2012 and 2016. And at Porto, he's been a very, very good defender and captain. He's even led them to winning the league title, I think, at least a couple of times. In his last season, he was kind of showing his age a little bit. For the first half of the season, he was mostly alongside a defender called Fabio Cardoso, who was he was crap. And whilst Pepe did try, it was it's kind of clear that he wasn't the full product at centre back. And then in the January window, Porto brought in another guy called Otavio, who's a Brazilian centre back, and we got back to seeing the Pepe that we're used to. They complemented each other very, very well, and I'm sure most of you guys saw that for the Arsenal games.
Quite amazing, superb
yeah,
performance.
And I still remember that header he did early in the first half. Fantastic player.
But do you think most people remember him as being a great defender or as a thug who was violent?
I think that's subjective, but I would say more towards the hands of being a great defender. But you might actually be interested to hear how his last red card came about. I think a decision was going against Porto, some sort of throw-in, and you might or may not have heard that in Portugal the referees are shit there. And
they can do worse than England, but continue.
Yeah. And fully hear what you said. Something about referees in England.
Oh no! So that's as bad as they're in Portugal. They're probably worse in England. So
certainly in the lower leagues, yes. But basically, the red card came about because I think he disagreed with a free kick or a throw-in that happened. He made a glasses gesture. It might have been a second yellow card or something like that. But it's bro, ref, how sensitive do you have to be to dish out a red card?
And then he got a red card for that.
Yes.
Look, man, all I say is that shout out to Pepe. I would like to believe that he will be remembered as, yes, he was a thug, but ultimately a great defender. Guys, we'll be back here on Saturday for United City review and looking ahead to the seasons of La Liga, Bundesliga, and all that thing on Saturday Hangout. Peace out. 1 through 1 love. Peace.
Hala,